Hello children, once again welcome back to the session. So one point we missed in the last class, that is, what is the cartilage? Yeah, the soft bones which are present in your ears are called as cartilage. Okay, first we are going to see about the earthworm, which is called as friend of farmers, and then the second thing is snail. How does a snail moves? And the third thing is cockroach. So these are all the three things which we are going to discuss. So this explanation will be given along with the video. Okay children. The first thing is gait of earthworm. So have you seen how does an earthworm move, children? First, have you seen earthworms? How its body will be? So it will be of something rounded rings which are attached together, isn't it? Yeah. So to study this, how does an earthworm move? If you have, you can take an earthworm along with you. If you have an earthworm, you can take that along with you and first keep it on a piece of paper. First keep it on a paper and observe how does it moves. And then keep it on a place that earthworm on a glass plate and then observe how does it move. Okay. So how its body is designed to facilitate locomotion. Locomotion is nothing but movement. Look at its body structure, how it is. So it is like rounded rings which are attached together. They have segments. So they have separate segments. So they have longitudinal muscles and then circular muscles. What is it? Longitudinal muscles and then circular muscles which helps in the movement. Movement, that is a locomotion from one place to the other place. When we place our hands on the earthworm and touch it, we are not able to see the presence of bones. Earthworm does not have any bones, it had only muscles. Earthworm lacks bones and release. So it moves with the process of contraction and expansion. So under its body, it has a structure called setae. What is it? Setae. It helps in anchoring its body to the ground. Anchor is nothing but fixing. So these small finger-like projections help in fixing the earthworm to the soil. Okay, soil or the ground. So first look at in this picture. So earthworms moves into the soil. When it moves, it extends its setae and anchor blotting paper. So earthworm is able to move on a paper, but it is not able to move on a glass plate. It seems to be that this glass plate is very slippery. Its body is also very soft. So it is not able to move on a glass plate. If you want, you can try this if you have earthworm. Okay children, it can move only on a rough surface because the muscles of this earthworm are circular. And it is not able to move on any smooth surface. Okay children, now we will see how it moves. What is the mechanism involved? I said you right, contraction and expansion. How this process takes place. It had a head and a tail, or we can call it as a end. Mechanism of locomotion. The mechanism of locomotion is nothing but how it moves. Mechanism is nothing but the process involved in it. Earthworm moves its circular and longitudinal muscles. So it moves its muscles to move from one place to the other place. It extends on the soil. It moves from the soil itself. It moves itself in the soil. And one more thing is it moves very slowly. So during the movement, the earthworm first extends its front part. It extends its front part. That is the front part of the body. and it keeps moves. After that, it fixes the front part to the ground and extends its back part, that is the pulls it back part of the body, and then it relaxes. Then it fixes on the ground and moves as it is. So this makes it to move forward by a small distance. Repeating such muscle expansion and contraction, the earthworm can move through the soil. So when this earthworm moves, its body secretes a slimy substance. It secretes a slimy substance which supports in a smooth locomotion. Okay children, is this clear to you? So this is the mechanism of locomotion in earthworm. First it moves its front part and then it moves its back part. Okay children, and one more thing, as I said you already, earthworms are called as friends of farmers because they enrich the soil quantity with the help of the waste which is ejected from their body. Okay children, next we are going to study about the locomotion, that is the gait in snail. Gait of snail. So have you seen snail children which will be found after the rainy season? Yes, after the rain gets over you are able to see the snail. So it may take hours to travel a very small distance by it. It takes hours to travel a very small distance. Okay children, and then so snail, it has a hard core on its back. It had a hard core on its back. So this is a shell. This is a shell, but it is not made up of bones. This is made up of shell and it is not a bone. Okay children, and then the shell is a single unit. It is a single unit and it does not help in moving from one place to the other place. This shell does not help in moving from one place to the other place. So this has to be carried along with the snail. The snail has to carry this. This snail, this bone is there, right? This hard shell which is on the back. This helps in protecting it from the predators. What do you mean by predators? Find the meaning and tell me the answer through WhatsApp. Okay, what is mean by predators? And it has a muscular structure. It has a muscular structure. And this shell also grows as the snail grows. The shell also grows as the snail grows. Okay children, and then so the shell is a single unit. This has to be dragged along with the snail. So the place of the snail, first for this activity, if you have a snail you can take that, but I don't have anything now. So place the snail on a paper and then on a glass plate and then observe its movement. How does it moves? Okay, so after that observation we can see that the snail is able to move on a glass plate as well as on the sheet of paper. So they have a thick structure and a head. So when we lift it and see, if you are keeping it on a glass plate. Sorry children, due to network problem this video is not occur. So I will explain you in next class. I will try to show you the video. Okay children. So due to network problem this video is not opening. In the next class I will try to show you the video. Now just listen to the class. Okay. So after placing the snail on the glass plate, just lift it and see. If you see that we are able to see the head and a small white structure. So that is the head. It has a head, and while this moves, while the snail moves, it secretes something called as mucus. The snail secretes a layer called as mucus. So this mucus helps in the movement of snail. Okay children, so up to this, locomotion in snail is also completed. So this hard shell is there, right? This hard shell helps in protecting it from its predators. So when you remove that shell and see, it has only a muscle. It don't have any bones on them. Okay children. And then the next thing is we are going to see the locomotion in the next topic which we are going to discuss now is gait of cockroach. So are you afraid of cockroach children? Yes or no? But myself I am not afraid, okay. So we are able to see when in waste storerooms or where the wastes are spread, cockroaches flying here and there. Have you seen that? So when in the night times, if you switch on the kitchen light, you are able to see some cockroaches which are wandering here and there. Okay, they even sometimes they can fly. The cockroaches can fly. So they have two different types of locomotion. The cockroaches have two different types of locomotion. One is walking and the second thing is flying. One is walking and the second thing is flying. They have legs as well as wings. First we will see how does the cockroach walks. I said you right, they have legs. So they have 3 pairs of joint legs. They have 3 pairs of joint legs. And what is this? This is called as flagella. I said you right in paramecium. In euglena. In euglena I said right children, they have a flagellum. So they are attached to each other. So totally 3 pairs are there. 3 pairs are there. So these are the legs of cockroach. It helps in moving from one place to the other place. So the cockroach while moving on the ground, they uses its legs. They can walk at a very high speed. And one more thing children, snails take even 1 week to travel a distance of 1 kilometer. To travel a distance of 1 kilometer, snails take 1 week of time. Okay, and look at here. This is called as flexor. This is called as extensor. So this part is called as flexor and this is extensor. Okay, so this cockroach uses this flexor and extensor to move. Look at here. Flexor muscles bends the leg. So this flexor muscle bends the leg and then extensor muscle straightens the leg. So it bends and straightens, bends and straightens. So this is the movement of cockroach. So they can travel even at a very fast rate. Now we are going to see how the cockroaches fly. I said right, they have 1 pair of wings. Cockroaches have wings for flying. Look at here. I said right, wings. The wings are present on the top. So they have pair of wings. 2 pair of wings. Cockroaches have 2 pair of wings and 3 pairs of legs. The cockroaches flies in the air by moving its wing up and down rapidly. By moving its wings up and down rapidly. So when the wings goes up, they comes down. When the wings goes up, it comes down. When it pushes its wings in the air, when it pushes its wings down in the air, it moves upward. Look at here. When it pushes its wings down in the air, the cockroaches moves upward. Okay children. So look at here. Wings are pushed down and the cockroaches moves up. Is this clear? And then the next thing is when they move it back. When the wings go back, they move forward. When the wings go back, they move forward. And when the wings moves up, they comes down. They comes down. So this is the movement of cockroach by flying. So in today's session, 3 categories are over. That is gait of snail, cockroach and then earthworm. Okay children. So this snail and earthworm don't have bones. They are able to move only on the ground, but cockroaches have 2 types of motion, flying and walking. So up to here today's session completed. So if you have any doubt, clarify your doubts with me.